Courtney, the fact that you're speaking to us today, there's a very good chance that you'll be playing tomorrow, and in which case that will be 50 caps, which is a remarkable achievement. The players who've made it so far are some of our greatest players. Emma in particular, you're going to be chasing her for the caps total. How does it make you feel, 50 caps for Ireland?
Yeah, I think just extremely proud. Yeah, and I think it's a really proud moment for me and for my family. And I think, as you said, to be in that group with that list of players, that obviously some absolute legends of the team, current and past, I think it's really special to be named amongst them.
Emma was in your position, of course. She's now goalkeeping coach here. She's still an important part of the team. Mm-hmm. You know, what can you say about her as a keeper that was inspiring to you?
Yeah, I think first off, I feel so lucky to be able to work with her and to learn from her every day. That's not every day that, yeah, you get to learn from the best goalkeeper to play for the team. So I think that's really special for me to have someone that's been in my shoes and knows exactly what it takes in these games and things like that. And I think, yeah, just when I think back to obviously watching her as a kid and obviously seeing her for the national team and for Arsenal, I think her presence is unbelievable. I think she's one of, if not the best shot stopper that I've ever seen. So I think, yeah, watching her play, you know exactly where she is. You can hear her communicating, and that presence, I think, is something that I really try to implement into my game as well. So, yeah, I think it's really cool to look back at her career and obviously be able to work with her now.
You look back at the 50 caps, what would be some of the highlights that stand out for you?
Oh, that's tough. I think obviously can't ever forget your first cap. So that first one away to Montenegro to keep a clean sheet, obviously, yeah, really special for me. And I think obviously being able to be a part of the first team, obviously to play in our first ever World Cup, walking out in that first game against Australia was absolutely amazing. And then, yeah, can't forget the game in Hampden Park to get there to the World Cup, obviously saving the penalty. So I think those are some that really stick out in my mind.
I think for the whole country that Hampden Park night was special. And as much as we remember Amber's goal, your save was such a crucial part of it.
Yeah, I think definitely, obviously, football is a team sport. So I think, especially as a goalkeeper, I always talk about, yeah, fulfilling your role and doing what's necessary. So I think, yeah, in that game, obviously, what was needed was a penalty save, and I was happy that I was able to do that. And obviously, Amber was able to score the goal that we needed as well.
Looking at the World Cup, Katie got a goal, which is a milestone, and again, another part of history. I think you probably helped us get our World Cup point with that save against Nigeria. Do you remember that? What do you remember of that?
Yeah, I think obviously, maybe besides the penalty save, I think that's probably one of my favorite saves that I've ever made, obviously, in an Ireland shirt. I think working specifically on crosses a lot during that time and knowing the threats that Nigeria possessed and things like that. But I think obviously just to be able to react so quickly and push that one onto the bar and out was really, really cool. I'm
looking back over what will be 50 caps, hopefully, 20 clean sheets. That's pretty impressive for a team that isn't going to win the World Cup anytime soon.
Yeah, I think obviously would like that to be a bit higher, but I think that's just me obviously wanting to push and to be the best that I can be. But obviously, 20 clean sheets is amazing, and hopefully a few more along the way.
That'll be difficult over the next two games, though. You've got the number one team in the world, USA. Mm-hmm. We've played them quite a lot, and we've never managed to hold them out. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be in for a fair bit of shot stopping over the next two games.
Yeah, I think obviously I'm really excited. Everyone's really excited here. I think we're in a unique position right now with these friendlies. It's a great opportunity for us to obviously continue to build with the squad that we have and push to where we want to be. So obviously it's great to challenge ourselves, as you said, against the best team. And we know the threats that they possess going forward and obviously how good they are defensively. So I think it'll be a really good test for us.
What's it like for you personally? You're Ireland international of 50 caps shortly, but born in the USA, just like Bruce Springsteen. How does it make you feel playing against the team of your birth?
Yeah, I think it's really special for me. I think obviously there's nothing I love more than playing for Ireland, and I think for me, something that's hard is that it is far from a lot of my family live in the States and the US, so it's hard for them. I think if they could, they would come out to literally every single game, but obviously that's not possible with the flights and the work schedule and the prices and things like that. So it's really special for me that the games are a little bit closer, and it's easier for my family to get out and to support me, obviously, which is something that they absolutely love to do. So I feel really, I just feel really grateful that they can be here.
Bring me back to when there was something of a tug of war for your services, because you represented Ireland at underage level, but also USA. And when you were first called up, USA under-23s wanted you as well, and that must be quite an honour, because at that time and now they were the best team in the world. Yeah,
I think obviously, of course, I think when you're younger, you just love. At least I did. I just loved playing, and all I wanted to do was be out on the football pitch with my friends and things like that. So obviously it was great to have those experiences, as you said, for Ireland and for the US. But I think, deep down I kind of always knew, and my family knew, that it was always going to be Ireland for me. I think just how special it is for my grandparents and for my dad and for my family. I think that part of it made it even more special to be able to play for Ireland.
We were just in an Uber on the way over here, and the guy claimed his Irishness, even though he hadn't been born here. He was all into Donegal, and I mean, it is everywhere in the States, isn't it, that Irish heritage?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's like American people's favorite thing, is to obviously talk about someone in their family that's Irish. So I think that's obviously something that I grew up with. Obviously, when my grandparents came over to the US, they didn't lose their Irishness, and I think that was something they instilled in my dad and his brothers, and in us and the grandkids and everything like that. So I think that's what makes our family so unique.
I'm surprised our Uber driver didn't know Amber Barrett. Yeah. Let's talk about the campaign just gone. Obviously after the World Cup and not qualifying for the Euros. You've said in the past you don't want us to be a one-time wonder, to qualify for one major tournament, one and done. You want more than that.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously, I think we're all pushing for more, and we don't want to be the team that just qualifies for one major tournament, and that's it. I think we're all hungry for more, and we know that we're capable of more. So I think we were obviously very frustrated and devastated to not get it over the line to qualify for the Euros, but then I think the focus shifts immediately, obviously, to the Nations League and to the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. So I think we're always continuing to grow and push, and keep looking forward.
How do you reflect on the recent Nations League campaign, though? 5 wins out of 6, but the one defeat was a fairly chastening one. I mean, when's the last time you shipped 4 goals?
Yeah, I think, that was difficult. I think that was the first time ever I conceded that many goals in an Ireland shirt, so that was very tough. But I think looking over the whole campaign, and obviously to end with the win, was great. So I think when you look across 5 wins out of 6 is good, but the fact that the one defeat was so heavy is obviously a difficult hole that we put ourselves in, but obviously great that we're now back in with the chance at the playoff as well. So I think we're looking forward to that.
How would you describe your game now? How different are you as a keeper? In the modern game now, you have to use your feet more as well. How have you developed as a goalkeeper?
Yeah, I think my game and me as a person and a player, I've changed a lot over these past few years, and I think I'm just very ambitious and hungry for more, and always wanting to learn and to be better. So I think that's something that, as I've gotten older, that you're always trying to look at the details and little areas of the game that you can fix and you can focus on. But I think that I've always had that confidence and that belief, but I think that's something that's continued to grow as I've built that foundation and had those experiences, obviously, that have gotten to me to where I am now.
Are you a more vocal goalkeeper than you were?
Yeah, probably. I feel like I always like to talk, but I think obviously as you get a little bit older and you have those experiences, you're more confident, obviously, in communicating and organizing. So it's definitely become more of part of my game.
I've mentioned USA as the #1 team in the world, but is it the #1 league anymore? You're in the WSL now with Everton, and it looks to me like so much of the world's talent is being drawn to that league now.
Yeah, definitely. I think I absolutely love playing in England. I think, as you said, I think it's one of, if not the best league in the world. Obviously, there's other great leagues in the US and France and other places, but I think the talent and the competition that's there in England is amazing. I think I'm really grateful to be able to play there and obviously to test myself against the best forwards, against the best wingers in the world. So it's really cool.
Everton will and Everton women will have a new home soon. Yeah, the fact that Goodison is staying in the club's remit, it's a wonderful thing for you to have, I think.
Yeah, I think 100%. I think something that makes Everton so special is obviously the history of the club, how long it's been around, and things like that. And obviously, Goodison is a massive part of that history of the club. So I think it's really special for us that we're able to kind of continue on that legacy and write our own story at Goodison Park.
How disappointed were you that Heather Payne has been let go?
Yeah, obviously, really, really disappointed. Heather is a great friend of mine. I've absolutely loved playing with her at Everton and obviously here as well. I think she's not only a great person and a great friend, but she's an unbelievable player. So obviously it's a huge, huge loss for us. But I think, she's a great player, great talent. I know the best is yet to come for her and she's going to go on to achieve great things. And I'm lucky to still get to play with her here.
How do you... I suppose cope with that though? I mean, professional sport is a cruel game. Yeah,
I think it's really tough. Obviously, football moves really quick. I've obviously been a part of Everton for a while and other teams, and players come and go, and it's really difficult because you build strong relationships and friendships and bonds with these people. So it's obviously hard, but I think, as you said, that's kind of the nature of the beast, and sometimes that's how football is. And so it's difficult.
Do you have to build walls as well around yourself to protect yourself if heaven forbid, if you were to be let go? I mean, on a psychological level, that must be very difficult to cope with.
Yeah, I think 100%. I think obviously as elite level athletes, it's something that you're used to, and you kind of build that up and things like that. But I think me specifically, or a lot of players, I kind of like that vulnerable side of me as well, and that sensitivity or whatever you want to call it. So I think you don't want to lose that part of your character and your person either. So it's finding the nice balance.
So 50 caps coming up at altitude in Denver, Colorado. Have you ever played at altitude before? There's not much altitude in New Jersey, is there?
No, not much in New Jersey. I played some youth games in Denver for a club team that I played for, but obviously that was a long time ago now.
Yeah, but even in training over the last couple of days, have you noticed it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think obviously the staff here has been doing a great job, the technical staff and the medical staff, obviously getting us prepared for everything that we need to know, the information, the hydration and things like that. So I think we're ready to go for sure.
50 is a milestone, it's a special number. Anything special planned for celebrations?
No, I think I just enjoy the experience and things like that, and obviously feel really lucky to have my family with me. So you kind of just try to take in those moments with your family and those that have been there and obviously supported you along the journey. So I'm excited for that.
Well, Courtney, we're delighted for you. Congratulations on 50 caps, and here's to 50 more.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cheers.